Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Skyrim. It's been about 3 days since the last video, and in that time, Firebrand has been doing heavy labor. She's been chopping up a ton of firewood, she's been digging up a ton of clay, and she has been quarrying a ton of stone. And according to my spreadsheet, we should have just about all the resources we need. Why is there a random beehive just sitting here? Also, apparently, I have contracted severe bone break fever, so we're going to have to take care of that at some point. Regardless, the big thing is I need to make sure we've got enough iron ingots. I have, on my person, plenty of iron ore, 46 in fact. But because we haven't built the blacksmith yet, we don't have... What are you doing, Whisper? Anyway. Oh, and there's a random cave bear here. Pretty sure I didn't fight that. I guess the horse must have killed it off camera. Regardless, I've got plenty of iron ore, but no smelter. Fortunately, as you can probably see on the minimap above, there is a mine nearby, and usually where there's a mine, there's a smelter. But first, we'll go ahead and turn that bear into leather. And also, since apparently we're getting interlopers, and in fact, during the 3 days, I did get attacked by some sort of hired thug who was easy to beat, but it does show me that I need some security here. So our very first thing we're going to do is we're going to hire guards. There we go. So now we've got some soldiers here patrolling. So the next time there's a bear or a dragon or something else, we should be able to handle it. Thank you for opening that up. Let's head off to this mine. And also, if it's an iron mine,
this should be good.
Let's go with the dagger.
Getting out of here.
Don't get out of here. I hired you literally for this. It definitely looks like there's more enemies coming, so I'm definitely glad that I hired these guards that don't appear to be doing anything. That said, I do still need souls for enchanting, so... I guess I don't anymore, because it said I had no soul gem large enough, which tells me that I am probably full up on souls. Before too long, I'm not going to need to harvest all this leather anymore. Because one of the buildings I intend to make is the hunting lodge, which should passively generate both meat and leather for me. Also, we should definitely drop by Henderheim. Like while we're in the area, we should at least drop by and see how things are going. Now this definitely looks like an occupied mine, and now that I see there's an enemy, time to try out some new magic. Not new, but...
Magic is for the weak. Pick up some steel if you want to fight me.
Pick up some steel, huh? Okay.
There's someone there.
I'll pick up some steel and fight you. Bile Gulch Mine. No, I see you up there. You're far enough away to where I can probably just... Badass. Still not seeing a smelter, but maybe there's one up there. At some point I am going to need a new set of fur armor once my enchantment is better. Ah, yes, indeed. There's the forge and there's the smelter.
Time to end. Magic is for the weak. Pick some steel if you want to fight me. Now ain't this a surprise? Oh!
Definitely got some interesting stuff here, just not anything that I need right now.
Awesome.
Okay. Also, it looks like this is an orichalcum mine. And I don't really need orichalcum that much. This must be a stone quarry, yes. I don't really need orichalcum at this point, but yeah, you know. I'm not just gonna waste a perfectly good mine. Now, what I'd really like to do is make better use of frenzy. Get enemies fighting each other so I don't have to. The problem is, as things stand right now, when I cast the spell, they hear me. And if I'm the one that's closest, they're gonna frenzy on me and not on each other. So eventually I'm gonna be getting the silent casting. I believe it's an illusion perk. And that's gonna make frenzy much more viable. Well, there we go. Too powerful. But you're not too powerful for lightning bolts. Arendor with the melee finisher. Apotheus armor. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. Like, obviously that's gonna put me above my strength limit.
Protect us both. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help.
Yeah, you can take all this iron.
I'm ready. Let's continue.
The armorer's challenge, excellent. Gotta love an increase in smithing. And yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah, Bile Gulch mine is cleared, so we're gonna start mining this place out. But I don't think, once again, you need to sit here and watch me mine, what, 12, 13 different nodes? So I'm going to go ahead and put in a cut, and I will check back in with you once I have finished clearing out this mine. Be right back. Okay, we are loaded up on orichalcum. We're going to go ahead and turn it into bars.
Fellow priests were kind and quite patient with me.
Again, I don't really have any need because it's going to be a while before I can make orcish anything. Ha, floating warhammer. But, you know, if and when I get to that point, it'll be good to have the resources ready to go. Should probably drop a save in case of freezes. Ooh, arrows. Wait a second. No, none of these arrows are really worth my time. I've got better. Alright, back to Fellburg we go. And now we should have all the things we need to start gathering some resources passively. That's the name of the game here. If we're going to turn Fellburg into something that's going to gain us some income, the first thing we have to do is stop gathering all of our materials by hand, because that takes forever. We need to start generating firewood and other stuff passively. I'm definitely feeling a little bit safer with these guards here. Not that they're super useful, but at least they'll give me a warning whenever something's about to happen. Alright, now where's Arendor? There you are. I need you. Get back here.
Mara, protect us both. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help.
It's less that and more that I need that from you. The scimitar, of course, we are going to go drop by Henderheim, put up the scimitar. I probably should have done that.
Let's continue.
Already, but it's okay. Grab the clay. Grab the firewood. Grab the leather. Grab the stone. We're now carrying 2,000 pounds worth of stuff. Always fun. Alright. So the first thing we need to do is make some stuff. We're going to make some locks. Because we had Corundum on us. Again, thank you to my spreadsheet. I know we're going to need to make some hinges and stuff, but I'm not sure exactly how many. Let's find out. Well, we'll start with the well. The apiary, the carpenter, and the lake deck are going to be later on things. Okay, so I believe the well is actually out here, but we'll get to it.
It was a bit difficult.
What I'm really interested in
first, but my fellow priests were kind and quite patient with me.
We'll start with the lumberjack. I need 40 leather strips. Okay, we can manage that. I have 2 on me already. Okay, that should be 40. Yes, indeed. So the lumberjack will start to generate firewood for us. Done. We'll do a tour after we're done here. What's the next thing I want? I also want to get the hunting house because that will generate leather for me. I need 10 iron fittings. Okay, 10 iron fittings. Hunter house. Lovely. And then finally, the last thing that would be super useful for me would be the mine. I need 4 hinges and 20 iron fittings. So there's the 4 hinges. I believe that was 20. Fantastic. One thing I would like to get done is the clay mine, but I don't have that kind of straw. Just running down the list and seeing if there's anything else that I can easily, conveniently make. Not really. Cool. Okay. Go ahead and put all these materials back. Get all this orichalcum in there. Get all this stone in there. Oh, I didn't do the construction order on the mine yet. We should probably do that. Excellent. Just checking to see if there's anything else I can drop off before I leave. No, I think we're pretty much okay. All right. We'll go ahead and eat an apple pie as a reward. We're going to have to sleep at some point soon, but let's do a quick tour.
I've done a lot of questionable things in my life.
There's the mine.
Serving Vermina was a horrible mistake, and I hope Mara will forgive me one day.
Yep, very cool. We've already got people working in here. Look at all this iron. We could go ahead and mine up all this iron ourselves, but you know what? We've got people for that now. So we're going to leave them to do their work. Ah, our hunter.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Ah, Calder. I love the name. He reminds me of one of the player characters in my D&D game on this very channel. You should definitely check that out too. Calder is our tiefling sorcerer, but he's also my hunter here in Skyrim. And look at all these trophies. We got hearts. We got meat that's drying. Very nice. And then finally, we made the lumberjack. Where's that guy at? Or where's that person at? Who knows? There's the entrance. There's the hunting lodge. Oh, wait, I think I see it. Yes, indeed. Over on this side, we've got our well, which is super important, right? Gotta have fresh water if we're gonna be importing people here to do some work. And yeah, here's our lumberjack, Frey. Not a very talkative one. Fair enough. And the lumberjack house. Not bad, okay. Fellburg is beginning to feel like an actual little settlement instead of just, you know, a bunch of gates and fences in the middle of nowhere. Time for us to move on. We're going to leave Fellburg alone for at least a few weeks to let them generate the material that I need to make more stuff. We're going to drop by Hendrheim real quick, and then it'll be time to go. Now, I did get a letter off camera. Remember the Seducer Bandits? They mentioned something about a different band of bandits called the Saints. That's probably these folks right here. So we may go and take care of them as well, since we're already working on this.
Not for the wealth we've accumulated.
But Hendrheim first.
But just
we're gonna check in,
will to every corner of Skyrim.
make sure the house hasn't burned down. We're gonna display Raya's scimitar. Maybe drop off some things. Check in on our little spider friend. Then we'll move on. I believe there's a pass that goes up here. Yes. But also there's another one later on the road. We got a wolf. My item doesn't have any charge, but I'm okay with that because I'm out of soul gems anyway. Are you just gonna run? Okay, you're free to run if you want, but if you come back, yeah, I don't see any need to pursue you. But if you come back, we're gonna kill you, obviously. Jeez. Some animals have no sense of self-preservation. Okay, yeah, we gotta take a sharp left here, I guess. this is the path. It's very steep. Home sweet home. Yet another one. Wait. I see something in the distance. It's one of those horrible skeletal casters that one-shots me every time. Well, we can't have that hanging out. Oh no, it's not one of the skeleton things. It's one of the dragon... What are they called? Draman? Which gives us bones and scales, so I guess I can't complain. It's really funny that they just stand there when you kill them. Okay, well, we're over-encumbered, so we're going to make our way slowly back to the house. I saw the antlers, and I was like, crap, am I going to have to fight another one of these things? Was that thing waiting for us? Like, did it know that I live here and come here to try to take out the Dragonborn? Who knows? I know it's only 3 p.m., but maybe we'll end up spending the night here in Hendraheim. We'll see. There we go. That gets us down to where we need to be. We're going to go ahead and pick up the gems, since they're fairly light and worth a pretty penny. But most of this stuff we're just going to leave here. Reminding myself there's a spider in here. Hello, Arachnia. Go ahead and take stuff off at you. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a weapon display over the door like I would like. So
It was a bit difficult to come to the ways of Mara at first, but my fellow priests were kind and quite patient with me.
in fact, I think you have the scimitar, right?
Mara protect us both. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm ready. Let's continue.
The sword she actually used. I think the Staff of Soul Trapping just got vanished. I'm not too worried about it, but oh no, it's just chilling there in the middle of the room. Never mind. That obviously did not work. Now, I don't need these weapons. They're a bit heavy and not worth enough for me to carry them around. So we're going to go ahead and drop the staff, the war axe, There we go. Starting to look a little better. We're going to take a little bit of meat. We're going to harvest some of these herbs. And we're going to see what we can make. Hot potato soup. Absolutely. Okay, it's 4. We're at the very least going to take a quick nap. Because I want to level up. I am going to continue to increase my stamina because I want to get my carry weight up. Eventually, in fact, fairly soon, we're going to want to go up the enchanting tree and possibly the smithing tree, if nothing else, for our companion, but I think where we're at right now, we want to keep going with illusion. Hypnotic gaze is good, but eventually I want to get to quiet casting. So we're going to go ahead and grab Animage. We'll do a save.
I've never admitted this before, but I've killed more than I care to admit.
And you know what? I think we're just going to do a long sleep so that we can get up bright and early in the morning and get moving.